Welcome everyone to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brett Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. Hey Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Star players move around more than ever it seems, but guys like Damian Lillard are emulating legends like Dirk Nowitzki, who stayed put in Dallas his whole career. Dame said, "I'm not loyal to a fault, I'm loyal to the person that I am. I want this city to feel what it's like winning the championship after such a long time." Kevin?
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. And the backcourt matchup tonight, Brent, definitely high-powered at the point guard position in particular. Much more scoring expected than in decades past.
I think guys have the green light, Kevin, to fire away at the first available opportunity. The offense isn't taught the same way with orchestrators at the point guard position. Now guys are looking to be overly aggressive with their scoring prowess and to try to make plays sometimes feel secondary.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Lillard and McCullom are the high-octane guard pair. Here we go. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Anthony in at the three, the small forward. And for the Suns, Booker and Bridges are the wings. Ayton is out there with Jay Crowder, and it's Paul in at the point. And two shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And there's the call, Portland the foul.
And Booker is tremendous at driving to the inside, throws himself at the D to get the call.
First one falls for him.
And basketball in the blood for Devin. I mean, his father, Melvin, started at the University of Missouri and played pro ball. Started in high school. Devin trained with his father, trying to follow his path.
And he makes both free throws. And we know the story, Booker moving from Michigan to Mississippi to live with his father and develop his skills.
And 4:30 a.m. alarms to train on the beach before the summer sun, getting to practice 2 hours early and staying late. Booker, not a freak athlete, so he had to work harder and drill the fundamentals.
Now, Booker, after the missed three from Damian Lillard. Booker the pass to Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
Well, this is why the teammates for Booker are loving him. He keeps working on his ability to find the open teammate.
And it's McCullom off the drive. And McCullom with the slam.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Well, that's how you drive your point home right there. Shot from 12. Tips it up. And Ayton stays with it.
If Ayton can get in that kind of position, he can be a bully on the inside.
We played just over a minute here in the first. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. And there's the call on Deandre Ayton. That's his first foul. Nurkic.
That's a nice contest. That's not going to show up in the box score, but Ayton bothered that shot.
Bridges, no one around him. Good. A nice assist from Booker.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. McCullom with the ball. Now guarded by Ayton. Nurkic, the pass to McCullom. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. McCullum's got his second basket of the night. Nurkic against Paul. To the inside. And Ayton throws it down.
Yeah, Ayton just swallowing up the defender there and then completes the play.
Here's Lillard. Outside. to shoot. He takes it in, and the shot is good. McCullom's got 6.
Making the floater look effortless. McCullom has the body control and touch to drop that kind of shot in consistently.
11 feet away. Paul can't get it to go. Trailblazers trail by 5. Three-pointer, Lillard. That will not get it done. He's 0 for 2. This is it to Ayton. That one doesn't go. Now Portland takes it the other way. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul. Johnson, he's checked in for Phoenix. Three-pointer, Lillard. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Phoenix leading by 5. Here's Paul. And it's good for 2.
Creative right there. Paul's fantastic at finding ways to get inside and capitalize, whether it's him or a teammate.
Lillard against Paul.
Give him a little credit. Take some guts to keep shooting if you're struggling this bad. It's getting a little bit ugly right now.
And the Suns tack on 2 more.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
2 points, that one goes.
Damian doesn't need a lot of time to get a shot off and found some space there.
Booker in the post. He's guarded by McCullom. And Ayton stays with him. Ayton's got 8. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. 9-point game. Now, Nurkic still looking for his first bucket in this one.
And McCullom has done a lot to improve his impact on the defensive end. Very active with his hands and how he challenges shots.
Well, the blocks numbers last year jumped up a bit. That's kind of a nice indicator of what you're talking about, GA. And he just doesn't get tired. And if he can give some more on the defensive end, like he's shown, it's going to help out the team.
adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
Now here is Carter. Booker finds Ayton. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Booker's got his third assist on the night.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
The shot's good from Carter.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Hits it from three-point range.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
Kicks it out to Booker from the arc. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Pass to Little. Here's Simons. And the rejection by Ayton.
Oh, man, it's 7-1. Not a good idea to challenge Ayton there.
2 on the clock. Plays it up and banks it in. Ayton's got 12 points in the game.
Excellent all-around performance so far. Hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Suns lead by 13. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. Greg, we know many guys in the NBA have range, but Damian Lillard's range, wow, he discusses with us his deep, deep shot.
I'm training in the summer, before practice, after practice, pregame. These are the shots that I'm taking. And I think when you spend so much time doing it, it becomes a quality shot for you when you put the time in. And if it wasn't a comfortable shot and a shot that I felt like I could knock down comfortably, I wouldn't take it.
The team seems to support, Greg, that philosophy 100%.
The game has changed. Some guys would rather take a few steps back to get a cleaner look. Lillard being one of them.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Suns.
Really impressed with their post play so far.
Another part of the game tonight where they've been effective is to get points in the paint.
They get up the pair up front. It's Saric and Ayton. Carter out there with Chris Paul. And it's Bridges in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, good evening. Well, last season the Blazers were beset by injuries and they fell short of their goals. Their star Damian Lillard said, "Once we're in a better position, I want people to remember how I responded when things didn't go my way, so that they know my character is true." Kevin, we know that Dame grew up in Oakland, a place where overcoming adversity is ingrained. Back to you.
Thank you, D.A. When you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
Is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
And Phoenix making a change here. Crowder's checked in. Phoenix leading by 15. And it's Paul penetrating. Yep, it counts. Paul's got 6 here in this quarter.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Lillard from outside. Jay Crowder with the rebound.
His poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint. Lillard,
the pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Drills three-pointer.
That's a nice shot from Damian Lillard. He feels like he can drain it just about anywhere and appreciates the fact that he's got that kind of range.
What you love about Crowder, he gives you a little bit of everything at both ends.
I mean, defensively, he'll take on anybody. He's smart, draws a lot of charges. Offensively, he can stretch the floor, and he'll make the extra pass. He's also an opportunistic rebounder.
Now here's McCullom, following the miss by Deandre Ayton. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Driving the lane, Bridges misses.
Well, that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup. The D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
The quick look, no good that time. Trailblazers trail by 16. Lillard, right side. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Well, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Time call here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
Johnson comes in for Bridges. Morris checked in for Carter. And Cameron Payne subbed in for Chris Paul. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Robert Covington's checked in for Anthony. Little comes in for Derrick Jones. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
And they pick up two. Jones has got his first bucket of the night.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Pass to McCullom. Makes it off the glass. McCullum's got 8.
Well, McCullom undersized at his position, at least in terms of his strength. But he can play that way because he competes. That's a tough one there.
Now here's Moore. 1:29 left in the first half. And that one drops.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Simons. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Simons has got his second bucket.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket?
Here he goes. Payne can't hit.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Nurkic trying to get open, but they get it back. And the pass to Simons. The Trailblazers get it back in a new 14. Count it, good.
Such a big body down there. Nurkic battling.
And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Payne passes to Johnson. draws the miss. Nurkic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Knocked loose. And now Moore pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Drops in the breakaway layup.
Good job by each one. Moore just sensing out and seizing the opportunity to get the steal.
McCullom feeling it out a bit. 4 seconds left. And finished off by Nurkic.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
And so it's Phoenix with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Chris, hot start, cool finish. What happened out there?
Well, we came out with a lot of energy, but in the second quarter it died down a little bit. You know, it's real. Everybody's very excited. You know, our team's excited, their team's excited. Officials excited, you know what I mean? So we just got to calm down and play a little bit.
And I'm excited. Thanks, Chris. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Boy, a lot of energy in this arena tonight. The hometown fans getting after it. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaquille O'Neal's here. So is Kenny the Jet Smith. Chris Paul has been the story in this one. He had 14 points, 3 assists, and 1 rebound. He didn't perform up to his standards in their last game. Tonight's a different story. He obviously has a short memory. Kenny, let's start with you. What do you think about the Suns?
After all these years, CP3 still has it. A true leader, and he brings so much to the floor and to the locker room and practices. The future Hall of Famer is looking good.
Looking at Portland, Shaq, your thoughts?
They didn't show enough toughness in the paint on D. When you're getting dominated in the post, it sets a bad tone. You always want to win that physical battle in the area. Otherwise, you wind up with a score like this. I don't believe I'm watching this.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been a clinic by Chris Paul.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. On the floor for Portland. Outside, McCullom on the wing, and sliding next to him is Anthony. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Lillard in at the 1 spot.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Trailblazers trail by 19. Nurkic trying to get open. McCullom, no good. Phoenix has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Booker against Lillard. The Trailblazers shooting around 41% on the night.
And Bones, Devin Booker capable of big nights. One of just a few players with multiple games of at least 59 points.
Well, he's always looking to put pressure on the defense, and he's got such a wide array of skills. Not only shooting the basketball, but has shown off more of his patience and playmaking ability as he moves through his career.
Now here's Anthony.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
The Trailblazers shooting their first foul shots of the night here. First one at the line is good.
And Melo's still bringing the passion to the floor. No matter what's going on around, he's still going to be a gamer.
Both free throws good from Anthony.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
On the wing, Booker. He's guarded by McCullom. Here's Ayton. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Ayton's got 16. Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team, and in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive. And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
For Phoenix, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
Sharks checked in for Crowder. Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. You know, Ben Simmons, a player at 6'10", with those hands, he's incredible to watch on that. How about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1", I don't know, but he gets into you and competes, man, and that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
The Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys, there are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great players. Clock at 4. Paul with the 3. Offensive rebound. Ayton kicks to Bridges. Booker left side. The shot's good.
Fluid shooting motion. Devin Booker. So effortless.
Here's Trent, defended by Booker. Trent can't hit.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Here's Sharch. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Booker's got 6 assists in the game.
Now, Sharich is a big man, tough to get out there and close out to the shooter. That's a nice look at 3-ball.
Bridges with the steal. Here's Paul. In for another field goal. A sublime 9 of 14 on the night.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Now a timeout called by Portland. Look at Chris Paul. What a contribution.
They got to be using this timeout to think about a personnel change or a game plan change to try to slow him down.
Comes in for Deandre, and it's Carter in for Paul. And a switch here also for Portland. Rodney Hood's checked in for Robert Covington. little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Collins setting the pick for Anthony.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Good. Booker's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
Here's Trent. 6 points for him. Good D by Booker. Launches a three. Another three for Phoenix.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Nobody near Lillard. Portland, no good that time either.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, it's a misnomer that in the era of three-point shooting, people don't want anyone to take mid-range shots. Many of the league's elite players still thrive there. Kawhi Leonard is one, and he explained how. He said, it's hard to defend guys that shoot twos. Once you get to the playoffs, it becomes a half-court game. Teams won't allow you to take wide-open shots or threes. Guys, back to you.
DA, thank you. Al Carter. After the miss, three from Damian Lillard. For three, Bridges. Carmelo Anthony grabs the board. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Lillard from outside connects from three-point range. Lillard's got 10 points.
And in that first half, guys, they didn't shoot nearly as many threes as they have here in the second, trying to use that shot to stay in the game.
Now here's Booker, 14 points for him. Over Trent. Again, the miss by Booker. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. To the paint. And finished off by Collins.
That's right on the money from Lillard. That's how you finish a possession.
Here's Carter. Bank shot. No good. Outside Anthony. He gets that one.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. The Suns on top, delivering the blowout. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the 4th quarter gets underway. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the 4th quarter. And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. Juwan Moore is out there with Smith. Then it's Payne. Then it's Jones. And it's Galloway in shooting guard. The Trailblazers shooting the ball at 42%. Outside Collins. They get a hand on it. Here's Jones. Drives to the hoop. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. The Suns getting the bucket. It's Collins with the drive. Here's Simons. Clock at 6. Throws it up high. And Jones slams it in.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Now here's Moore. Smith outside. And here's Payne. Kicks it to Moore. Smith left side. And the shot goes in.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Takes it inside. Galloway taking his time here. Here's Simons, covered by Smith. Rebound by Smith. Suns have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Moore dishes to Smith. Galloway, the pass to Jones. A shot off that time, and the Trailblazers going the other way. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Simons. Now here's Payne. And there's the whistle, 3-second violation. Dennis Cantor's checked in for the Trailblazers. Giles comes in for Derrick Jones. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I tell you, Kev, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
Out of bounds, Trailblazers ball as Portland keeps possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Here's Giles. Chalk up 2 there. Giles has got his first basket of the night.
Well, if you're giving up that much height, the only thing that you can do as a defender is to foul him.
Now here's Payne. Not a lot of room, and he comes up with the deuce.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Going inside. Second shot opportunity. Giles. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Giles has got 4 this quarter.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Now, here is Smith. There's Galloway. Can't get it to fall. Hood with it. Pass to Simons.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spill, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Payne passes to Galloway. Off target from 3-point range. And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Pass to Cantor. This one for 3. And Galloway pulls it down.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. That's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Suns.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Chris Paul.
Just knows how to fill it up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Nobody that they assigned to him could really get a handle on him.
Here's Simons. Poked away and stolen by Payne. Portland's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Simons, the pass to Cantor. Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
This is a guy who plays with a high motor and who enjoys contact. Cantor feasting inside.
Out to the wing. Galloway kicks to Smith. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Shooting for Phoenix, Jalen Smith. 2 shots.
That one is off. Ball checked in for Payne. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. Here's Simons. There's a screen by Cantor. Here's Simons. Shot clock at 6. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. They get the rebound. Cantor kicks to Little. Pass to Hood. So it's the Suns winning easily here. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And we've got David Aldridge standing by on our sideline with the player of the game. David, it's all yours.
Thank you, Kevin. Chris, big win tonight. What do you think was the biggest factor?
I mean, I don't know. It was just our defense. Obviously our offense fed off of it. Guys made open shots, but I think we really locked down defensively, and that's what we're trying to make sure is that we're a defensive team every night.
Well, you were a defensive team tonight, Chris. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Brett Perry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.